So I'm here on the roof and I'm using this as a mounting bracket, and I'm using these existing bolts to basically mount this board that then I'm going to mount in the middle here, probably here, the bracket, and this should be really stable. Now the board's too thick, so what I'm doing is grounding it down a little bit here so that these bolts will fit through. So these bolts are good now. I can actually screw these things back in here and get them in good and tight. So this is not going anywhere. So now what I'm gonna do is bolt it right here, and I've got the piece here. So this piece is gonna bolt on here. Ideally I'd like a wider piece of wood, but this is the only piece of wood I have. I could go buy another one. I'm gonna try this out. It should be fine. It's a nice thick piece of wood, so the force should be fine on this. I can't imagine this being ripped out, but then again, who knows? Maybe, you know, with climate change and everything, you just got to assume super strong winds and exceed the building. That's why I don't want it on there. Just don't trust it. I can't imagine wind strong enough to yank this out of here. You never know. All right, I've got the board on here, really good. The bolts, originally I was gonna have them go down, but so I could take them off, but these bolts wouldn't come down, so I had to re-drill, put them in. So probably bracket this, drill down, and then you can put the bolts down or bolts up. Mistake I made, lesson learned. This is not going anywhere. This is so firm on here. I do need to put some wood protector on here, and I think what I'm going to do is get some silicone and silicone up these bolts, so that way they won't rust. These little caps, unfortunately, won't fit in on them anymore. So, more pieces laying around. So the next stage is I got to move that there and put it up here. Now what I want to do is actually cut those end pieces off. I left them long in case I was going to like maybe build a support, and maybe I will keep them on there, because I could always build that as an angle for adjustable height. I have it up, but I don't like it, and it's just, I know I'm going to be dealing with my wife, and she's not going to like that. I don't like that. It looks tacky. So what I'm going to do is actually just take off the stand and bolt it right to the roof. You won't be able to see it, and still do all the stuff underneath the shed. There's so much space up there. I was thinking, man, you could just do a whole solar farm just right there. We may have to do that. So this is what I'm going to go with. I have this board already in here, so I'm just going to drill on the other side. I'm glad I kept that extension here, and it's at an angle. It won't get the sun in the morning because of that house in the winter time, but it'll get the sun that comes up right overhead. Really good angle right there, directly over it, as it moves over that way right there. Sometimes solutions, you don't see them until you start building. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I can just do it this way. So usually the best engineering is simpler the better, and this is as simple as it gets. So I'm pretty stoked on this. Sprint accomplished. I got the pump going again. A little ugly right now, but I'll sort that out. But basically, I've got solar panels working. I've got them installed where they're going to be. Now it's a matter of probably wiring or setting up the storage for the batteries and stuff under here. So just kind of figure that out. Or I can wire it to this corner here, probably a better idea, and keep everything stored in here. So maybe have the battery rack down here or something, have everything here in that corner, and then I can basically clear this out and set this up as a grow room, nursery, for growing and getting things going. All about sprints, and design change as you go, and that's fine. You know, you come up with a better way. You don't become kind of stuck with a design, and you become malleable to the situation. So little bit by little bit, you can design yourself your own homestead. Here's another pump. I really don't like the sound of it. It's a loud pump. And you can see here. And I actually have this one charging to a little solar panel up there that I actually bought for a light, and I hooked it up. So the idea is it will charge the batteries in here. Next thing